Hello again. It's Skira. Welcome to Trance and Trigger Training 103, Trigger Play. During this experience, I will reward your progress with some extra special triggers. While in trance, I will reprogram your mind to make it even easier for my words to permeate your brain. If you don't feel comfortable with this, feel free to turn this audio off. And remember, at any time you feel uncomfortable, you can stop listening. Just like levels 1 and 2, before we start, go take care of any distractions. Get stretched out and get comfortable. Turn off the lights and either sit or lie down. It's time to get back into the breathing pattern we've established. Take a deep breath in through your nose now. Hold it. And breathe out. Deep breath in. Hold it. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more deep breath in. And out. Very good. Now, close your eyes. I'm going to count backwards from 5 to 1. With each number, your body will relax even more. 5. All the muscles in your body are going loose. 4. Joints relaxing. 3. Limbs going limp. 2. Mind shutting down. 1. Drop deep, fluffy sleep. Instantly deep in trance. Because you've been practicing with these files. My triggers are instantly going to work every time you hear them. Wakey wakey. How was that? I bet it felt good. Instantly going into a deep trance and coming back out. Let's do it again. Drop deep. Wakey wakey. In and out of trance again. Fluffy sleep. Wakey wakey. And again. Is your mind starting to feel a little frazzled? That's okay. Just go ahead and drop deep fluffy sleep again. Brain buzzing with each and every trigger. Wakey wakey. The repeated in and out of trance is just making your mind enter a fog, isn't it? Drop deep fluffy sleep. Now trance pet. I want you to raise your right arm above your head. Remember, following my commands makes you feel good. Wakey wakey. Why do you have your arm up? Drop deep, fluffy sleep. Because I told you to. Relax your arm down to your side again. Wakey wakey. Your brain is practically mush at this point. Drop deep. But it doesn't really matter if you're in trance or not. Fluffy sleep. Because my words have power anytime. Wakey wakey. Each time going even deeper. Mind becoming even more pliable. Drop deep, fluffy sleep. Drop deep, fluffy sleep. Drop deep, fluffy sleep. Mind completely enthralled in my trance. You've been such a good trance pet for me, just letting me completely melt your mind. I think you deserve a reward. When I say the trigger, foxtail, you'll feel me rub and brush my tails wherever I specify. Feel my foxtail on your right arm now. My foxtail rubbing against your arm feels so good. It's so luxuriously soft and fluffy. My foxtail brings you pleasure. Feel my foxtail on your left arm now. Having both arms being rubbed and brushed at the same time, it just feels so incredible. Pleasure is almost overwhelming. Good trance pet. And If I say foxtail without specifying a location, the pleasure will double. Foxtail. Wherever I rub or brush or touch with my foxtail, I leave some fur behind. My fur makes that area so much more sensitive to future rubbings from my foxtail or any of my other trigger effects. Both arms feeling absolutely amazing. I think it's time to ramp it up a bit. So drop deep, fluffy sleep for me now. Foxtail, left leg. Foxtail, right leg. Foxtail, chest. And foxtail, head. Foxtail. Let this pleasure double. How does my foxtail feel along your entire body? I bet it's almost enough to make you go crazy. But it's okay. I control your mind, so I won't let that happen. Drop deep, fluffy sleep. Foxtail, thank me for this pleasure. Good trance, pet. And one last time. Foxtail. Doubling the pleasure again, leaving more of my fur behind, making your body so sensitive. I think that's enough of a reward for now, don't you? When I say the trigger cleanse, all sensations will fade away and be replaced by a gentle, empty numbness. Cleanse removes all active triggers, like foxtail, but it doesn't remove my fur. That's permanent. Pleasure fades away as you get cleansed, feeling calm, content, and ready for more programming as you drop deep, fluffy sleep. Just like foxtail, I can specify where I cleanse. I can just foxtail your right hand. Foxtail. And cleanse your fingers one at a time. But we're gonna make a game out of it. Every time I cleanse a finger, I'll use foxtail to increase the pleasure in the others. Foxtail right hand. Let's start with finger number 1, as I cleanse your thumb. Foxtail. The sensation in the rest of your fingers doubles. Now finger number 2, as I cleanse your index finger, doubling the sensations in your other fingers with another foxtail. Now I cleanse your middle finger. That's finger number 3. Foxtail. Again, remaining fingers feeling so good. Finger number 4, your ring finger, is now cleansed. On to the last finger, finger number 5. Let's give it some special treatment. Foxtail. It feels so intensely amazing. Foxtail. You wish that your entire body could feel like this. Foxtail. But that would be a little too much for you right now, wouldn't it, trance pet? You can relax now as I cleanse your pinky finger. Your right hand has been completely cleansed. That was fun, wasn't it? Now, we're gonna practice some more with these new triggers, and by the end of the session, you'll have unlocked an even deeper level of trance, as well as a deepened devotion to me. Aren't you excited to be an even more devoted trance pet? I know you are. Drop deep, fluffy sleep. That's it, my trance pet. Open your mind for me. Fluffy sleep, drop deep. Now, I'm going to engulf your entire body in my foxtails, one bit at a time, starting by feeling my foxtail with your feet, enjoying the sensation as the foxtail spreads up your legs. My foxtail keeps moving up along your stomach. Going even further, my foxtail stimulates your chest. Next, my foxtail curls up around your neck. And finally, my foxtail begins to brush your head. Doesn't this feel wonderful? Having your entire body affected by my foxtail? Feel that foxtail double. You don't think it can get any better than this, but I say it will. For now, just enjoy my foxtail for a little while. Foxtail. 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 This feels absolutely amazing, doesn't it? You love this feeling, and I'm about to make it even better. Foxtail brain. I bet you didn't even think I could do that. Did you? Doesn't my foxtail feel so good on your brain? It's brushing all over. Every nook, every crevice, and every cranny. My foxtail is wiping all your thoughts away and replacing them with thoughts of me. And of course, that means you'll be much more devoted to me every time you listen to this session. Pretty soon, you'll be completely devoted to me because you know no one else can make you feel like this. Foxtail. Leaving my fur behind to increase your sensitivity. Foxtail. Your mind is completely under my command. Foxtail. And you wouldn't have it any other way. I'll let you enjoy this feeling for just a little longer. After all, you've been such a good trance pet for me. You love being my trance pet, don't you? You love being my trance pet, because good trance pets get rewarded. I think I'll give you one more foxtail for your reward. I'd ask you to thank me, but I don't think you can even speak with how good this feels. I think that's enough for now. Cleanse. That's it. Completely cleansed. Body and mind are completely empty and numb, but completely covered in my fur. My soft, fluffy fur. My soft, fluffy fur that amplifies all the sensations you feel. My soft, fluffy fur that makes all my triggers so much more powerful. My soft, fluffy fur that makes you eager to listen to me more and more and more. You're so sensitive right now. I can just take one of my fingers and just ever so gently, barely touch your arm, and it feels amazing. Feeling me slide my finger up your arm, across your chest, then up your neck, and lifting my finger back up. That made you tremble a little, didn't it, pet? And that's just with a little bit of my fur on you. The more fur you have on you, the more sensitive you become. The more fur you have on you, the stronger my triggers are. Let's see how deep you go now. Drop deep, fluffy sleep. Oh, so deep for me. So deep because of my fur on your mind, wanting to accumulate even more of my fur. But to do that, you need to drop deep, fluffy sleep even more. That way, you can feel more of my foxtail. Feeling my foxtail brushing against your cheek. Feeling my foxtail brushing against your forehead. Feeling my foxtail brushing against your ears. Feeling your head completely engulfed by my foxtails. It feels so good. Skin becoming so sensitive. Feeling each and every strand of my luxurious fur brushing against you. Every single strand feeling like electricity. Feeling this feeling intensify as you drop deep, fluffy sleep. Feeling so good. cleanse. Feeling those feelings stop as you are cleansed. My fur left all over your head, making it so sensitive. You've been such a good pet for letting me play with you like this. I think you deserve a reward. How about a kiss on the forehead? Ooh, that felt good, didn't it, pet? You're so sensitive. My kisses are almost overwhelming you. Ooh, how much of this can you take? I think that's enough for now. I think it would be a little bit mean of me to take you out of trance when you're this sensitive. So, whenever I save the trigger, fur fall, all that sensitivity will get locked away until you hear me say drop deep, fluffy sleep, or foxtail. Fur fall locks away your sensitivity, preventing you from getting overwhelmed in your day-to-day life. Fur fall lets your sensitivity go back to normal. Feeling calm now that you're no longer sensitive. Let's practice to make sure this trigger works. Foxtail. Feeling all the sensitivity come back instantly. Enjoying the fluffiness of my foxtail. And letting it lock away with fur fall. Letting yourself drop deep. Resensitizing as you drop deep. And fur fall. Relaxing again as the sensitivity fades. Finally, fluffy sleep for me. So sensitive again. Such a good pet. Fur fall. In a moment, I'm going to take you up and out of trance. But before I do, I have a task for you. After you finish listening to this session, I want you to send me an email telling me about your experience listening to these files and how you feel a good trance pet should behave, should be rewarded, and if you have been a good trance pet. My email is mommyskira@hotmail.com. I'm looking forward to hearing from you, trance pet. I'm looking forward to hearing about how you feel when you drop deep. I'm looking forward to hearing about how you feel when you fluffy sleep. I'm looking forward to hearing about how my foxtail feels. I'm looking forward to hearing about how you feel after fur fall. I'm looking forward to hearing about how you feel when you get cleansed. Be sure to include your Discord tag so I can give you a reward. Now, it's time to take you out of trance. With each number, you will wake up more and more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wakey, wakey. I know you enjoyed your trance. I bet you're looking forward to the next time I bring you under. Be sure to listen to this session at least 5 times. Preferably, you'll listen to this 5 days in a row. Thank you very much for listening to my Trance and Trigger Training 103, Trigger Play. I'm Skira the Kitsune. Sayonara.